astronaut. That's a good one as well.
Why don't scientists trust atoms?
I don't know why.
Because they make up everything. I
You
like that one.
scoundrels.
They do.
Scoundrels.
They just make up everything. Why did the chicken go to the seance?
I have no idea.
To get to the other side.
That makes sense. Well, that's...
That one.
Huh?
Do you go to the light?
Huh?
Like the other side.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The other times I've heard this joke, I didn't get it. We just thought that they were just using another, instead of like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? I just thought it was another play on that. I didn't realize it was to go to the other side.
You never realize that it was like always like a play on to get to the other side?
No.
Like it's always been a play on that.
No. I thought the chicken wanted to get to the other side of the road.
He does. Like he gets to the other side if he actually crosses the road, but if he doesn't get to the other side of the road, it's because he went to the other side.
Yeah. That one right over my head.
Yeah, so no matter what, you went to the other side.
Yep.
It's always been a play on that, Jordy. You've just been a little kid listening to...
That's okay. We all get there in the end.
Exactly. At least you now know. We do have just 5 minutes left in this game right here. We're hoping to give out some more great prizes as we got our first place prize looking like it's sitting at... Let's see as we wait for it to switch on over. $370 for that first place prize. Looking like a lot of fun. But happy joke day. Do you have one final joke you want to tell them?
What do you find sitting at the bottom of the sea with stitches?
I don't know what.
I'm sorry. I'll do a different one.
Okay. Didn't execution was off on that one?
Yeah. How does Moses make tea?
I don't know.
He brews. These have gotten progressively worse.
Yeah, that's a good play on words right there. We do have some winners here that we got to go over as our winners from our last game, that amazing high-low game. I'll go over the top 5 losers as they took home some nice cash. Jordy will be talking about those amazing top 10 winners. But in our 5th biggest loser was Pumpkin over at PJ's Supper Club, taking home $8. Fourth biggest loser was Michael over at VFW Blaine, taking home $10. The third biggest loser was Law over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, taking home $32. Taking home $64. In second place, we had 8675309 over at Tavern on South Shore.
Absolutely. Nicely done.
And in first place, we had Rodley over at the Municipal Liquor Store Remmer, taking home $86. Good job to Rodley and all of our other biggest losers as they all took home some nice cash.
Absolutely nicely done. It couldn't be a better place to sit while losing. Into the top 10 winners, we start off in 10th place with Vic over at VFW Brooklyn Park, who got to win $32 on that last round. Now in 9th place, we had TCHCIDA over at Diamond Point, getting to take home $32. Now in 8th place, we had Trisha over at Rascals Bar and Grill, getting to win $32. Getting to win $32 in 7th place, we had Bugs, who's playing over at Beck's Pub. While in 6th, John over at Eagles Albert Lake gets to take home $32. Getting to win $43 in 5th place, we had Brings over at the Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. Now in 4th place, we had Rabbit over at Pub 69, taking home $54. Now getting to take home $64 in 3rd place, we had MSB over at the Dayton Bar and Grill. Arm came in 2nd place over at Duffy's Bar and Grill, got to take home $75. And our 1st place winner was Rakisha over at Neeson's Gaylord, getting to take home $86.
Yeah, good job to all of our big-time winners in that game of Lucky Sevens. Definitely was a blast playing with you guys, but in this game right here, we only have 2 minutes left for you guys to get the rest of those plays in, earn as many points as you can, and work your way up these standings. I talking to you, call me Jen, in 8th place. I see a ton of plays are left for you. We're hoping to give out some more prizes before this game is done, and so keep on getting after it. As you guys keep on getting after it, we're going to hop into our next national day, National Airborne Day. National Airborne Day on August 16th.
You skipped one.
National Airborne Day on August 16th, the Military Airborne Division we celebrate the military's airborne division of the armed forces. Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. We can celebrate this by talking a little bit more about the U.S. Army airborne units, as we want to send out a bunch of luck to anybody who was a part of those units during their stay, or still are, and are at those, as we have a lot of veterans playing pilot games as we speak.
Absolutely. So if you guys have served past or present, today is the day to honor and commemorate you guys, and there's some really fun stuff that we can talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about what the famous 82nd Airborne AA patch means. Yeah, as this is a famous patch, the patriotic red, white, and blue patch is one of the most identifiable in the entire U.S. Army. The signature AA stands for All American. The nickname first given to the division in 1917. The name was given by a woman named Vivian Goodwin, who submitted it to the local newspaper competition they were running in Georgia. The name fits so well that because unlike other less deserved divisions, the 82nd Airborne men came from 48 different states. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 101st Airborne had some pretty cool alumni, as it had Greg Robinson, who made history as the first soldier with an amputated limb to complete air assault school. Another notable part of alum was Jimi Hendrix, one of the greatest guitarists of all time.
That's some really funny stuff. We do have Munster over at Maple Tavern getting to take away $370. Nicely done to Munster. We're going to have that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes. Make sure you guys get enrolled in this next PGL game.
Yeah, we're big fans of Munster cheese, aren't we? Yeah, I use it all the time. I honestly don't know, because you cook a lot. You know the cheeses better than I do. I just, grab whatever cheese is in there and use it. But next little fun fact about the Airborne Division, jump school is 100% voluntary. Fun fact, yes, jumping out of a plane for a living is completely voluntary. Thank goodness. Yeah. While many training courses in the military are required, airborne soldiers must volunteer. The men and women choosing to do this truly are some of the bravest among us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and both divisions are called in for the toughest situations.
Do you think you could ever jump out of a plane?
Yeah, for sure. I think I could definitely get over the fear of jumping out of a plane and get out there. Especially because I could see myself totally agreeing to going to that, and then it would be by the time I'm like up in the plane and I'm like, oh, I gotta jump out. Like, would I start to get nervous? But besides that, I would especially if I had someone strapped to the back of me.
No worries.
I'm not really that worried. And I think you have to jump with someone strapped to the back of you for your first time ever. So, there would be... So, yeah, I could jump out of a plane.
I agree completely.
Yeah, you could as well. Do you think so? Yeah, that would be fun. That's
not really a fear of mine.
I know people, though, that would just totally be like, nope, no way I could ever do that ever in my entire life. And so I think it's funny to think that, I'm like, it's not really that big of a deal.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, old broadcaster John Higgins. You wouldn't have ever gotten him to jump out of a plane.
Yeah, no. Him on top of the Michigan sand dunes was too much for him to handle.
Yeah, had those fear of heights. Speaking of fear of heights, not just airborne, but it's also National Roller Coaster Day. That definitely can activate some fear of heights, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
As people flock to amusing parks for a thrill, a few exciting screams, and to celebrate National Roller Coaster Day. Take a ride on roller coasters near you.
Yes, I would if I could on today.
Oh, absolutely. Roller coasters are an absolute blast. It's one of the great, like there's like zoos, aquariums, a roller coaster, going to amusement parks,
Mhm.
fairs, all those different, like fun little activity grounds that you
Yeah.
can go to. Amusement
Museums.
parks are definitely some of my favorite, you know, big attraction sites I can go to.
I agree completely. I unfortunately have only been to about three amusement parks in my entire life.
Hmm.
And I'm talking about the trips I took. I've only been to two separate amusement parks.
Have you been to Disney's amusement park?
Oh, yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I think you've been to Disney's amusement park as
The
well.
largest amusement park in the United States.
Yeah.
Yes, I have been there.
But that one's not like, I feel like it doesn't feel as amusement
I
park
don't go for the roller
as.
coasters.
Yeah, because that's not what you go when you go to Disney.
I don't even know if I ride roller coasters at Disney.
When was that? I mean, I definitely rode the last time I went, but the last time I went, I was a very little kid.
Yeah, I was a pretty little kid as well. I think I just went to attractions and stuff. Oh, I lied. I went when the Mountain Yeti experience was there,
Oh.
and I went on that.
Did you ever ride in the beautiful neighborhood like waterlog ride
Uh, beautiful
that
neighborhood.
everyone says is
A
haunted?
Small
The
World.
Small World. It's a small world, yeah.
Yes, I definitely have written down
For
It's a
some
Small
reason.
World. But I remember the Little Mermaid ride scaring me more.
Really?
The animatronics in the Little Mermaid ride in the early 2000s were bad.
See, I always remember like I thought I was gonna be freaked out by it because like everyone like made a big deal like and then it was like I was like oh that's what people were scared of. I thought that was a pretty fun ride to go down on
Yeah.
the log water ride.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that scary either. I definitely remember the Little Mermaid one being scarier.
Yeah, those are definitely some fun ones. I think I went on some pretty big wooden roller coasters. I'm not a big fan of wooden
Yeah.
roller coasters
Well,
though.
they're just too rickety,
Yeah.
like the Blue Streak at Cedar Point.
Mhm.
That's like one of the oldest wooden Michigan or oldest roller coasters in Michigan. I'm
Mhm.
not sure about the country, but I remember going on it and just like literally shaking the entire ride. Where
Yes.
I was just like, this is not fun. I feel like I've been vibrating for the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been the one roller coaster that I left with a giant goose egg. As when we there was one time where I was just like relaxed. I was talking to my buddy as we were like going up to like the top of
And
it,
you hit your
and like
head
as I
back or
went
something?
back, I like my neck snapped back and hit the back of the like metal railing
yeah.
and left a giant goose egg on the back of my head. I was like,
Gosh.
and after that, I was like, I'm never riding
Ouchie,
that wooden
ouchie.
roller coaster again. I hate it.
Yeah, sounds not fun.
But I like a lot of other roller coasters. They're an absolute blast. We talked about during the lunchtime.
The hanging roller coasters.
Yeah,
and
hanging roller
stuff.
coasters being a blast. The dragster being one of the crazy roller
Yeah.
coasters that we've
And you
been
either
on.
love it or you don't like it.
Yeah, but we are both in a crew that has rode that roller
Yes.
coaster as it is no longer
Yes,
available.
it's been completely demolished at the Sandusky Cedar Point location.
Yeah, aren't they making a taller one though?
Let me take
I think they're making a
peek.
taller roller coaster. I don't know if it's a taller like dragster, but I think they might be making a taller roller coaster, which would be a really fun as well. If it was just a regular roller coaster that tall, that would be super fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
would be
Top
cool.
Thrill 2 is going to be coming in 2024, and it's going to be the world's tallest and fastest triple launch strata roller coaster, which will put riders in the driver's seat of one of the greatest races of all times. So I think it's going to be three separate cars racing on a track at the same time, and it's supposed to be the tallest and fastest coaster.
That will be awesome.
That'll be super fun.
That'll be super, super fun. That definitely sounds like a cool one. I always get excited about those fun little roller coasters. We do just have 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game right here. We're going to continue trying to give out some great prizes out to you guys. But talking about some more of those great roller coasters, did you ever do what's the big famous one that you'd go up super high and then they'd drop you down and you were in like
Tower of Terror?
yeah, Tower of Terror. Did you ever do the Tower of Terror?
Yes, at Disney I did it, and
Mhm.
I didn't know that there was like an actual storyline
Yes.
that goes with it, and I thought that was so interesting because I went in high school with my high school pom team as we went to nationals, and we got a couple hours just to go around the park as they closed it at nighttime for all of the pom teams competing, which was super cool.
Yeah.
And it was just like all of us pom girls going around Disney. But yeah, I went on it at night, and it was such a cool experience.
That sounds like an absolute blast.
Yeah, and then we went to Toy Story Land, which was really cool at night because it's got all the Martians from the Claw game super large, and everything's like lights. It's very cool.
That's awesome. Whenever it goes to Disney, I mean, I always
Forgot about
the
those trips.
best part was whenever I got to the Lego part.
I've never been to the Lego part.
I don't know if the Lego store is always in Disney. I just always remember. I always correlate Disney with the Lego store.
Really?
Yeah, and also really cool malls with the Lego store.
I just correlate Disney with all of my Goofy memorabilia.
Ooh.
I have like pillow pets. I had one of those oscillating water bottles with the fan on it that was Goofy. I had a whole bunch of stuff.
See, I was super into Buzz Lightyear as a little kid, and I actually, when I would go to Disneyland, I would fully dress up as Buzz Lightyear and walk around the entire park.
I'm sure it was a hit.
It was. I always talk about it as I got like saluted by all the employees, and they all treated me like I was Buzz Lightyear. And for a day, I truly felt like Buzz Lightyear, and it was a dream come true as a child.
It's really cute that you did that because now we have a bunch of the little Star Wars guys that go dressed in costume, and all of them will salute them in the Star Wars world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know what they're called. The
Stormtroopers?
Yeah.
Or whatever. There's stormtroopers, and then there's the other ones, the clone troopers.
Yeah, whatever. They all look the same.
Yeah, they do.
That suit guy.
Some Star Wars fans are gonna get real upset with that, but I'm not. I don't care enough.
That's
We got 5 minutes to get all your plays in this game right here. As you guys are working through this game, though, we got to talk about our winners from that game of Pride of Minnesota. As we had 10 great winners taking home some nice cash. In 10th place, we had girls over at the City Club Bar taking home $14. 9th place was Matt Guy over at Yesterday's Gone taking home $29. Also taking home $29. In 8th place, we had Yellowstone over at Two Tail Tavern. I still have yet to watch that show, Yellowstone.
I want to really badly.
I've gotten a lot of
really
suggestions
great stuff
to read
on
it.
Yeah.
To watch it. 7th place though in these standings, we had Kirk over at Extra Innings taking home $29. Taking home $44. We had Player over at Leo's Bar Newmarket. 5th place was Rakisha over at Neeson Scalard with $74. And in 4th place, we had Call Me Jen over at the Full Tilt Tavern with $148. That definitely won't be the last time we talk about Call Me Jen. 3rd place was over at VFW Wasika, taking home $177. And do you know who it is?
Yeah, they got to take home $177. That's who got to take it home.
Yeah, you know.
We know.
Yeah, it's probably Andrew. 2nd place, we had I'm a Taco over at Main Street Sports Bar Glencoe, taking home $266. And taking home $370. Obviously taking home a first place prize. It was Munster over at the Maple Tavern.
Nicely done to all 10 of those winners, and nicely done to Munster one more time, taking home that great jackpot of $370. Now, I'm not sure if they mean the cheese or the Ookie Spooky family from the 60s.
There's a spooky family?
Yeah, the Munsters. That's who we say my brother looks like. Is Eddie Munster.
Yes, because
with the big widow's peak.
Just showing how bad I know all my different,
Ookie spooky families.
Spooky families. I've always thought that was the Addams family.
Oh, you are ridiculous.
I know, I'm so ridiculous for that. But
that's so rude for you to say to me.
I've watched the Munster show, like that's actually like a show that I've watched.
Yes.
Like multiple episodes, as my dad really enjoyed.
It's super cute.
Enjoyed this one, but
my grandpa is so funny.
I always will think of it as the Addams Family.
Oh, so it's crazy for you to say that to me.
I know. It's just that is sacrilege for me to say to you.
Honestly, I love the Addams Family more.
Uh-huh.
But the Munsters are like a staple classic for a bunch of people.
Oh, absolutely. They definitely are. As I know for a fact that in my my dad's side of the family, it was.
Mhm. Awesome stuff. Yeah, and
Is it Dark Shadows? Did the monsters appear in that? Or is that just because they have a bunch? They appear in a bunch of different things because they're Frankenstein and all the different,
Dark
classic.
Shadows is just yeah, no.
Because that's what got me confused. Because it just shows it says they
They're
show
just a
up,
vampire family.
but it's just because you have yeah,
Because it was a remake that was probably included some of the cast of the Munsters
that would make sense.
in the original Dark Shadows.
Good job, Munster, getting first place in Pride of Minnesota. You guys just have 1 minute and 25 seconds left in this game right here. We're hoping to give out some great final little pushes of points in this game as you guys are playing this game of easy money right now.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun as we finish it up this one. After we finish it up, you guys will be getting into a little bit of Vikings victory action. It should be extra fun as there is a large jackpot of $2,526 available if you can, win.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys get enrolled in that Vikings victory action. It's going to be a lot of fun after this round of easy money. Make sure you guys get all your final plays in. It's looking like we got 7th through 9th with still some plays left. We'll have to see. Looking like our entire top 5. Dolores, just a quick shoot up right there. But we'll have to see if anyone's going to be able to get into this top 10 in our final 30 seconds. Don't waste any of your plays. Make sure you guys get them all in as it is finally crunch time.
Yeah, and our last national day, as you guys are getting into that crunch time, is National Rum Day. Join us on August 16th as blended beverages and cocktails create a delicious celebration. Rum is a distilled clear alcohol beverage, which is a byproduct of sugar production. It can also be made directly from sugarcane juice after the fermentation of distillation process. Most rum ages in a wooden oak barrels.
Yeah, that's where they typically get that darker pigment from, is in that aging process.
Ah.
When I think of rum, I just think of like pirates and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely think of that or pina coladas.
Oh, I always think of Johnny Depp going, "Where's the rum gone?"
That's funny. We have Ace over at Eagles Faribault taking home $152 on this one. Good job, Ace, in this game of easy money. We will now be getting enrolled into Vikings victory, like I said, and we'll get that whole entire top 10 in just a little bit to give out some to talk about all those great winners.
Oh, yeah, and the great cash prizes that they were able to take home during this game. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in the next round, a little Vikings victory action. We have just about 4 minutes to get enrolled. Make sure you guys do not miss out as we talk about National Rum Day.
Yeah, some quick cocktails you could check out is the Dark and Stormy, the Rum Swizzle.
Oh.
The Rum Runner.
Oh, yeah, that's got a ton of alcohol in it.
Classic Daiquiri.
Oh, classic.
Classic Pina Colada. Caribbean Rum Punch.
Oh, ho, ho.
Or the Painkiller. You can also find the Hot Buttered Rum.
That's one I would like to try.
Hurricane.
Ooh.
As well as the Mai Tai.
Yeah.
Planter's Punch.
Ooh.
Maybe the Bushwhacker Cocktail. Pineapple Basil Rum Cocktails.
Yum.
Rum Sour.
Okay.
Classic Fresh Rum Mojitos.
Okay.
Didn't you have a rum mojito or something like
Gin.
that? It was a gin mojito that you tried.
Yes.
The Bee's Kiss. Ooh, creamy root beer rum cocktail.
I feel like the aged rum would taste really good with it because a lot of rum has a little subtle vanilla taste.
Yeah, that would be tasty. Rum Ricky.
Ooh, the rum Ricky.
Yeah, that sounds like something that Scooby would say.
Rum Ricky.
Yeah, exactly. Winter spiced apple cocktail with rum.
Yeah, you've partaken in that, haven't
Absolutely. Rum sidecar.
you? Okay. Really, you can do any classic cocktails with rum. Not any classic cocktails, but there seems to be a lot of substitutions as well if you prefer rum to put it into a staple cocktail. Any way you like it, whether it's straight on the rocks or mixed into a delicious daiquiri, today is the day to celebrate National Rum Day.
Absolutely. Definitely some great stuff there. But that is the final of our awesome national days. Enjoy a little bit of Rum Day, Airborne Day, Roller Coaster Day, as well as Tell a Joke Day. It's definitely a fun one to be having a great Wednesday night. But as we're talking about a great Wednesday night, we did are coming off of a loss from our Minnesota
Ah,
Twins tonight, so maybe a little bit of extra rum on tonight. But we did end up losing that game 8-7 against the Detroit Tigers, and let's find out a little bit more of what happened on that game.
yeah, absolutely. That is not what we would like to see, especially as we had a pretty rough series with them in weeks past. So we were hoping that this would be the turnaround and we would get some wins against the Tigers under our belt, as we are in the same league as them.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. Following their final game this season against divisional foe Detroit, the Twins are 63 and 59, remain 4 games ahead of the Cleveland for the AL Central lead. The Tigers, who are 8 and 5 against Minnesota in 2023, are 8 back from the Guardians. Minnesota Twins Ken Maeda gave up 3 or fewer runs in a 10th straight outing, tying Cleveland's Tanner Bibby for the longest active streak amongst AL starters. Maeda recorded 6 strikeouts and allowed 3 earned runs on 7 hits, including Riley Green's 2-run homer to the right center field, second deck in the top of the third inning.
mm,
Yeah, just not what we wanted to see. But let's see if there's anything more we can find. Twins, uh, Eduardo Julian hit 3 singles. Definitely some great production from him. Joey Gallo got struck out at one point during the game. Let's see. Well, the Twins are off for this upcoming Thursday. Then they're going to host Pittsburgh for a 3-game series Friday through Sunday. We should be seeing right-hand pitcher Pablo Lopez will start for the Minnesota, and will be going up against the Pirates' right-hand pitcher Andre Jackson.
that's right. They're going to be going up against the Pirates August 18th in just 2 days at 7:10 p.m. for you guys. It's definitely going to be an interesting game going up against those Pirates. So if you guys want to show your support in the meantime for our Twins, go check out the great E-Tab game, Twins Win. You can check out that Home Run Derby bonus round where if you pick the lucky batter, you could end up taking home some Grand Slam prizes. There is a great chance for you guys to take home some cash and an even better chance for you guys to show your support.
Absolutely. But we do have people playing this great game. As you guys are getting through this great game, me and Jordy are actually going to start talking about our game day bingo standings. You guys earn game day bingo points whenever you play those game day bingo games, whether they're Twins themed or Wild themed or even Vikings themed game day bingos. That should be coming up pretty soon now as the Vikings season is getting going. But no matter what, as long as you're playing some game day bingo, you're earning points towards the game day bingo standings.
That's right. And so kicking it off on the player side of things, in 10th place, we have Danny over at Huntin' Shack Bar and Grill, currently sitting with 22,000 points. Now we have a tie in 8th place. It's between Brother Nate at Sportsman's Pub and Player over at the Boulevard Tavern, as they both sit right ahead of Danny, both with 23,000 points. Then with 24,000 points, we have a tie going on in 6th place. This is formed between TC Bear of the Ore House and Funk at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They both currently sit with that 24,000 in that 6th place tie. Now in 5th place, we have Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge, currently sitting with 27,000 points. While in 3rd, there was a tie that was formed up between Why Not Me at Beatles Bar and Grill and Mad Dog at Egan's Arms Public House. They both currently sit with 29,000 points. 32,000 points for our 2nd place player, Rock Ryder, who's playing over at the Incline Station Bowling Center. And in 1st place, in a league of their own, we got Call Me Jen over at JR Mac, currently sitting with 61,000 points so far.
Oh, yeah, good job to Call Me Jen. We've already seen Call Me Jen getting some wins during today, during our PGL matchups, but a top player not just in PGL, but also in Game Day Bingo, and also in Skull Bingo as well, but we'll cover that in just a little bit. On to the locations that have been thriving in Game Day Bingo. 10th place, previously in 8th, we have the Incline Station Bowling Center with 38,000 points. With 39,000 points in 9th place, previously in 10th, moving on up, we got the Sherwood Lounge. 8th place, getting pushed back from 6th, we have Joe and Stans with 42,000 points. With 43,000 points, moving up from 8th into 7th, we have Old Piper Inn in Blaine. And in 6th place, getting pushed back from 5th, we had the Boulevard Tavern with 45,000 points. They got passed up as they were not able to get into the 50,000 point club as the 7th place location moved all the way to 5th place, and that was Shady's Railside, who now has 51,000 points. With 68,000 points in 4th place, previously in a 3rd place tie, we have Leo's Bar Newmarket. As J.R. Mack was able to break out of that tie with Leo's Bar Newmarket, getting sole possession of that 3rd place with 69,000 points. With 88,000 points in 2nd place, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. And in 1st place, it is VFW Spring Lake Park with 92,000 points.
Absolutely. Nicely done to VFW Spring Lake Park and the entirety of those locations and the players that were able to help get them there into those standings. Make sure you guys are coming out each and every day, no matter the time of day, because we run Game Day Bingo a lot. You guys do not want to miss out on all the great opportunities to take home that cash and get into those standings.
Oh yeah, but if you don't like playing live bingo, I don't know why, but if you don't, check out our E-Tabs. One of my favorite E-Tab games is Lucky Larry's Lobster Mania. Get a boat full of bonuses in that buoy bonus as you pick lobster traps loaded with huge wins. With the land and lock bonus, you have a chance to unlock the mother load jackpot. Fill your screen with treasure chests and watch the riches pour in. Set sail and find lobster loaded jackpots today at your favorite Minnesota bar.
Absolutely. Earlier in this broadcast, we highlighted Space Sweepers, the latest E-Tab game to hit the iPads. If you guys don't want to check out Space Sweepers or Lucky Larry's Lobster Mania, maybe check out Louie's House Party. It's a moose, it's a bowling alley, and some great cash to go your way. It's a lot of fun. You guys will definitely want to go check it out. If those two themes don't sound up to your speed, there's over 70 different charitable E-Tab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. They each have that huge prize up to $1,500. They even have small bets between 50 cents and $5. Awesome bonus rounds and free play rounds that you guys can win as well. They're a lot of fun, a wide variety of different themes. Let us know what you think. We would love to hear which one is your favorite.
Yeah, a lot of fun. They're definitely a great time playing those E-Tabs. As I was referencing, you can make a lot of money while playing those E-Tabs. That was the joke behind it. As it is National Tele-Joke Day.
And on Make It Rain, it literally makes it rain cash on the Founding Fathers. So go check it out.
Interesting concept for sure.
It's so good. It's one of my top 3 favorite E-Tab games of all time.
We do have a little music history we could get on into. As not as early as the Founding Fathers, but in 1962, Stevie Wonder's first single is released. I call it pretty music, but old people call it the blues. Motown newbie Marvin Gaye plays drums on the track. Now, here's the question. What artist do you like more, Stevie Wonder or Marvin Gaye?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, for sure. I'm totally
I was going to say,
one.
that's not really a competition or a hard question
I don't know.
me.
I think I like more songs from Marvin Gaye, but I like Stevie Wonder better.
I like sampled tracks from Marvin Gaye.
That's very true. I think I like
Marvin Gaye's original tracks, but I love the sampled pieces I've heard of him as of recent.
And like his songs, it is funny how different artists are more popular to be sampled in their in like future works, even though they might have not been like the most popular during his time. And sometimes they don't even take Marvin Gaye's best works and they sample them and they make them into these really fun songs.
I love it.
And so I think it's cool stuff. But Stevie Wonder, obviously, iconic. He is so iconic and so entertaining. And just everything that comes with Stevie Wonder outside of his great music just seems like a great personality as well.
Did you know there's been people who claim they've seen him driving before?
Yeah, I do. I have seen that joke be told by it's one of the show hosts that talk about it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a comedian that says the whole entire storyline of him walking out the door and seeing him driving.
Oh, they let him drive a Tesla.
Really? Since
Yeah.
they have the auto driving?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's super funny.
Yeah. I don't know if I was Stevie Wonder, I would trust him.
Well, he did, and it was okay. It happened in 2021. That's some really funny stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a favorite Stevie Wonder song?
Oh, I don't know.
Superstition, my favorite.
Yeah.
Always has been my favorite. You know, it's just been a really good song. At one point, it was used in a car commercial, and I really disliked at that point.
Yeah.
But ever since it got removed from that car commercial, I've definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah. Definitely some great stuff. Yeah. Maybe Isn't She Lovely?
Oh, such a good one as well.
Yeah.
Well, definitely some great Stevie Wonder music history on today as he released I Call It Pretty Music.
Absolutely. Up next, in 2003, the USPS unveils a new commemorative postage stamp of the recently deceased composer, Henry Mancini. He is famous for the Pink Panther theme and several other famous works. He did, what were they? Was this a guy who did multiple really acclaimed works?
Yeah, he also did work on quite a few different movies and stuff
That's
like
what I
that.
thought.
I could be wrong on this, as I think we might have a celebrity birthday that's very similar to this as well.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if this was when we were talking about James Cameron and all of the insane things that he's directed.
Oh, James Cameron's worked on an insane list of movies. But he has worked on a good list of movies as well as A Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh.
You got Sunflower, A Shot in the Dark, Days of Wine and Roses. All the different a bunch of the different Pink Panther movies.
He won 4 Academy Awards, a Golden Globe, and 20 Grammys. He also won a Lifetime Achievement Award post mortis.
Ah, definitely. Well, that is 100% a very iconic theme song, one of the most iconic of all time. But let's talk about some of the most iconic ones that we've listened to throughout.
Yeah.
Well, you got "I'll Be There for You"
Yeah.
by Friends. Obviously a huge one.
I know this isn't like a intro, but the outro to The Breakfast Club, Don't You Forget About Me.
Oh, yes, and you always think of that song as the ending of Breakfast Club, and just like,
yes.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's got to be one of the most iconic
so good.
intros.
So good.
The Office theme song, the dun dun. Yeah. The I Love Lucy main theme.
Yeah.
We do have Mr. Smith over at Rendezvous taking home that first place prize in this game. Good job, Mr. Smith, as you took home first place without even using up all your plays. Definitely
Impressive.
Some dominating play for you in that great game of Vikings victory. We'll get the rest of that top 10 with you guys in just a little bit. Definitely some awesome stuff in that game of Vikings victory, but we did have some winners from that game that we played prior to this in easy money that we'd love to highlight before we get too far away from these games.
Absolutely. As in 10th place, we had TTTTTT over at the Rocky Bottom. They got to take home $33. Then coming in 9th place, we had Player over at American Legion Stillwater. They got to take home $33 as well. Now in 8th place, we had Otis over at West St. Paul Bingo Palace getting to take home $33. Now getting to win $33 in 7th place, we had Kevin, who was playing over at Moe's. Now in 6th place, we had Mishmash over at the Sal's Angus Grill getting to take home $33 as well. While then getting to take home $84 in 5th place, we had Papa T over at Poppers. Now in 4th place, it was Jones over at the Shaggy's Bonfire getting to take home $101. Then Dolores over at the Great Escape got to take home $118 coming in 3rd. Now in 2nd place, we had Rydeen over at the Red Men Club getting to win $135. And coming in 1st place, Ace over at Eagles Faribault got to win $152.
Well, good job to all of our winners in those games, taking home some really nice cash prizes in that last game of easy money. We do just have 3 minutes to get enrolled into this next game. A little bit of top dog action. This is always one of my favorite games, as there's usually some nice prizes. $1,000 $1,147 of total prizes heading into this game. And if you haven't done so while you're competing on these PGL games, we'd love for you to sign up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, you become a part of the Pilot Gambling League, but you also get to earn points on these PGL nights to try and get into our PGL top 10s. The number one player of each season actually gets their name engraved on the Pilot Championship Cup, which is, I think, really, really cool. You also get insider information after you get signed up at pgl.world, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. So sign up at pgl.world today, and we'll get you highlighted in our new member spotlight.
We love showcasing all the different players who go and sign up, and so the players who just did so include Granny, Leafin11, Oakley Baby, Stroink, Baxter, Impalers. We even had Bry1220 and D Hall all signing up. Welcome to the Pilot Gambling League. Hopefully you're out there right now, and if you guys are out there playing and the rest of you guys aren't signed up at pgl.world, you need to go sign up if you want these PGL points. Now, we've had players competing for this season 14 week in and week out, and we've just had craziness happening, and so I'm going to let you take the player side away.
Oh yeah, getting started on these player standings. The 10th best PGL player was formerly in 6th. It's Girly Girls 3 over at Eagles Faribault with 320,525 points. With 324,155 points in 9th place, formerly in 4th, we have Kate over at the Whiskey Street Melrose. 8th place was previously unranked, and that's Ms. Wolf over at the Super Bowl in Ramsey with 327,395 points. With 342,920 points in 7th place, also previously unranked, we have Outlaw 21 over at the Boulevard Bar and Grill in Coon Rapids. 6th place was previously unranked as well. It was Mr. Wolf over at the Super Bowl in Ramsey with 352,735 points. With 373,700 points in 5th place, previously in 3rd, we have Mark over at the Stadium. 4th place, previously unranked, we have Drumski over at the South Street Saloon in Mankato with 427,040 points. With 429,405 points in 3rd place, previously in 2nd, we have Yak over at the Stanchion Bar in Hamel. 2nd place, previously in 9th, we have Sherbert over at the Clubhouse at Edinburgh in Brooklyn Park with 461,345 points. With 530,065 points in 1st place, we have Bryzo over at the Underground Bar and Grill, leading the charge over there in Mankato.
Nicely done to Bryzo. We don't call him High Riser for nothing. That is some great stuff, able to hold on to that 1st place spot. We'll have to see if they were able to do so after this week, as we've had a bunch of you guys out there getting some huge wins. Now on to the location standings for the PGL world. We start off coming in from unranked after last week into 10th place, Valley Lanes in Spring Valley. They currently sit with 386,890 points. Now coming in from unranked into 9th place, we have the Stanchion Bar of Hamel. They currently sit with 429,405 points. With 454,820 points in 8th place, we have the Vesta Bar. While in 7th, we got the Clubhouse in Edinburgh, as they sit with 461,345 points. 6th place, we have Eagles Faribault, as they have 462,765 points. While in 5th place, the Boulevard Bar and Grill of Coon Rapids has a whopping 471,670 points. Coming in from unranked into 4th place after this past week, we had Oleander Saloon of Mankato, as they now sit with 497,030 points. Now in 3rd place, we have the Underground Bar and Grill of Mankato. They were pushed back from 1st place last week, as they sit with 530,065 points. 2nd place, it's the South Street Saloon of Mankato, as they currently sit with 613,250 points. while in first place it's the Super Bowl of Ramsey as they sit with 680,130 points so far.
Well, good job to all of our players and locations killing it in those PGL standings, as well as the players and locations killing it right now, playing some
Oh, yeah.
PGL action. We are right now in a Wild Wednesday, themed after our Minnesota Wild. And so some players to look at before our Wild get into their NHL training camp. Three of them. We got the first player, Brock Fabers. Minnesota is known as the state of hockey, and perhaps no player better embodies that than Fabers. The 20-year-old blue liner is originally from Maple Grove, Minnesota, and he played college hockey at the University of Minnesota, and now, after arriving from the Los Angeles Kings in the Kevin Fiala trade, plays for the Wild at the professional level. Over the past 3 years, Fabers has blossomed into a leader and captain for the Golden Gophers. In that time, he has recorded 7 goals and 53 points in just 97 games, helping the Wild reach the Frozen Four in each of the last 2 years. He also won the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year award in each of his last 2 seasons as well. Just a very talented player that's been playing for Minnesota. We're hoping to see get some time for us soon.
Absolutely.
The second player to watch out for is Jesper Wallstedt. Since drafting Wallstedt in 2021, the Wild have viewed him as a future between the pipes. The 20-year-old old Swede was widely seen as the best goalie in his draft, but Minnesota was able to nab him at the number 20 overall behind Canadian Costa, who went to Detroit at number 15. Wallstedt come over to North America last year to play for the Iowa Wild, Minnesota's AHL affiliate. He immediately proved he belonged, posting a 2.68 goal against average and a 90% save percentage with a 18, 15, and 5 record. Definitely some great stuff there. And the last guy to take a look at is Marco Rossi, the number 9 overall pick in the 2020 draft. Rossi was actually spent a fair amount of time in the NHL with just 1 assist in 21 games, though he is still looking to find his footing at the top level. While he hasn't had the best start to his NHL career, Rossi has still plenty of time to grow, and his talent is undeniable. Since joining the Iowa Wild, the 19-year-old Austria has been on a tear of 34 goals and 104 points in 116 games across 2 seasons. We just have to now watch to see if he can bring that amazing production on to the Wild's ice.
Absolutely. So if you want to show your support for our Wild as we close in on our training camp, go and check out the great E-Tab game that we teamed up with them for. Let's go Wild. You can even check out that Slapshot bonus round and take home some huge prizes along the way. It's a lot of fun. But speaking of a lot of fun, you guys have just about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this little top dog action. Make sure you guys get the rest of your plays in. It's looking like our entire top 10 might be out of them. So we'll have to see if anyone's going to be stealing away those great prizes.
Absolutely. But moving on from talking about our Minnesota Wild, we got to talk about those wins from that great game of Vikings victory.
Oh, yes.
As we had 10 players taking home some nice cash prizes in that game. And I'll let you take the players.
Lucky me. Starting it off in 10th place, we had Sparky over at Big Al's, getting to take away $32. Getting to take away $32 in 9th place, we had Trisha over at Rascals Bar and Grill. Now in 8th place, we had Skull over at the Diamonds Point, getting to win $32. Now getting to win $48 in 7th place, we had Ice Cold at the Bear Crest Restaurant and Lounge. 6th place, it was Nelly over at Brian's Bar and Grill. They get to take home $65. Now getting to take home $65 in 5th place, we had Pequot Murky. I don't know. I don't want to say that out loud if it's something dirty. And they're playing at the Red Head and Tap House and got to take home $65. Now getting to win $97 in 4th place, we had Dirks over at Main Street Sports Bar Glencoe. Now in third place, we had Rakisha over at Neeson's Gaylord getting to take away $130. Now in second place, we had Smalls at the White Bear Bar getting to win $146. Now coming in first place for that last round of Vikings victory, we had Mr. Smith over at Rendezvous getting to take away $195.
Oh, yeah, good job to all of those players getting some nice wins in Vikings victory. We do just have 3 minutes left in this game of top 10?
Top 10. Top dog?
Top dog action.
That's what I thought.
That's what it is. It's top dog action. It should be a lot of fun as we finish up this game. As you guys finish it up, I got a little fishing report done by the Lake of the Woods Low Tourism on August 16th. On the south end of Lake of the Woods, it's been a great week of fishing with a good number and some big fish being caught. Many of the charter boats are running to the north end of the lake looking for eater walleye. Those fish under 19.5 inches, the protected slot limit on Lake of the Woods is 19.5 to 28 inches, with which have to be released. Anglers are allowed to combined limit of walleye and saugers up to 6, no more than 4 of those 6 being walleye. Anglers can also keep on walleye over 28 inches if they so desire. Otherwise, some anglers choose a few picks and a graphite mount, then release the fish. Drift spinners with 2 hooks harness and a crawler continues to be very good. Gold, golden red, golden pink continue to be the good colors. Trolling crankbaits around rock piles and over deep muds is also producing nice fish. Trolling speeds of 2.5 to 3.5 miles per hour have been working well. Various crankbaits work. Rotate until you dial in what walleye want. Different shapes, sizes, wobbles, rattles, and colors all can make a difference. The Warrior Boat David A. Anderson Memorial Walleye Tournament was this past Saturday. The winning team had 5 walleye for over 43 pounds, which translate to over 8 pounds per walleye average. There were a lot of nice fish being caught during the both pre-fishing and during the tournament on Saturday. Another bug hatch popped up, which is common through the summer. Despite the overabundance of food in the lake, good numbers of fish are still being caught. Bug hatches can make fish more challenging, however.
Yeah, that's some really good tidbits to take with you guys out on the water. And if any of you guys were out there during that walleye tournament this past weekend, that's some great stuff. And I know you guys snapped a bunch of pictures of it to plaster all over your Facebook page. Guess what? You can do that with Pilot Games too. Whether you're holding up a giant jackpot you got to take home, your favorite E-Tab game that you play with us, or really just your buddies that you play alongside while playing Pilot Games, snap a photo of it and send it to us. You can send those player pictures directly to our Facebook page. You can send it to any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames, or you can even email us at those player pictures at jackpots@pilotgames.com. It is a great way to show off any of those great pictures, so send them our way. Just like this one, Rakisha getting to take home a jackpot over at Neeson's Gaylord. $680 going out to you in that first place spot. Nicely done to Rakisha.
Yeah, good job, Rakisha, in this game. A quick player picture. We got Good Girl right here. Another great example of player pictures you can show off. Let's see if it shows up. Maybe it doesn't show. Maybe it doesn't want to show up. It doesn't look like it's going to want to show up, but we're going to be taking a quick break while you guys get enrolled into the next game. Enjoy, and we'll be back to give out some more great prizes in just a little bit. It looks like we might be having a little bit of technical difficulties. We are going to be switching into a little bit of a please wait screen. We'll be right back in just one moment. this Wild Wednesday action. We are just getting enrolled into this final tournament-style PGL game, Fishing Derby. This should be a blast as we get on through this amazing game. As you guys are getting on through this great game, though, we do want to highlight some Vikings news, as the Vikings were working out veteran running back Mike Davis on Tuesday, according to Jordan Schultz. This comes after the team previously worked out running back Kareem Hunt on Friday. Now, I have been seeing a lot of reports about this, and a lot of people are, I feel like over-exaggerating how much these workouts mean, and they were, questioning our faith in Alexander Mattison for it. Now, I don't think Alexander Mattison has ever been viewed as a star back, as a top, 10 back in the league. I think we view him properly as a running back, as a very suitable starter, especially in today's NFL. But I think we do need backups in case of injuries. We need guys to be able to give Alexander Mattison breathing time just in general, that are quality players that can pick up a block in pass protection, that can go and hit the right hole when they're asked to. And veterans like Kareem Hunt and Mike Davis are those kinds of guys, especially when you're in win-now situations where we're trying to rebuild, but we're also still trying to remain competitive. Getting a running back that's, cheap on contract, but also is a nice veteran that knows how to play the game of football at a high level is always a good bet on. So I think it's a nice little workout for us. Either of those running backs would be a big win to be as our running back number 2, running back number 3, however it may land.
Absolutely. What do you think is your personal preference?
For of those two, obviously Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is significantly better than Mike Davis. Mike Davis is a little bit more of a veteran piece. I don't think he has a team, but Kareem Hunt, he actually can give a lot of really good production snaps. It just matters if we can fit him under our cap and give him the money he deserves. Exactly, because I think Kareem Hunt could, a healthy Kareem Hunt can compete with Alexander Mattison for the starting running back role.
Okay.
And so that would be, the level of signing there, where Mike Davis would be more of that veteran piece that is never going to challenge Alexander Mattison for the starting role.
But it'll be nice just to have the beef behind it.
Exactly. Very, very, very good way of putting it. We do have a game happening on August 19th. We're going to be taking on the Titans at 7 p.m. Unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing the Titans at their full strength, as it does look like one of their top wide receivers, Treylon Burks, got carted off the field with their joint practice with us. Not what we wanted to see, as I wanted to see our DBs versus some of their best wide receivers, as that's probably one of the biggest places where we need to be tested at, is that DB room. And so I want to get as many good wide receivers out there as possible to test these guys and get them as NFL ready as they possibly can be.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep you up to date with everything going on with our Vikings as they get NFL season ready. And you guys can show your support by checking out the great E-Tab game that we've teamed up with them for, Vikings Victory. You can check out that Skull bonus round where if you pick a lucky letter, you'll end up taking home some trophy prizes. It's a great way to show your support, and it's a fan favorite E-Tab. Go check it out.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a lot of fun. But if you want to play a different Vikings-themed game, you can check out our live bingo from 4 to 6 p.m. every single day. Whenever you come out for that 4 to 6 time of bingo, you'll be playing a little bit of Skull Bingo, earning points towards the Skull Bingo standings. Our players have been super competitive during this season 14, and that's caused a lot of shakeups all over the place.
Absolutely. Kickstarting it off, coming in from unranked into 10th place, we got Terry at MT's on 8th, now sitting with 47,000 points. Now getting pushed back from a tie in 7th, and now into 9th place, we have Fast Eddie over at Elks Lodge Owatonna, currently sitting with 53,000 points. Now this next player was also pushed out of that tie in 7th, but took over 8th place, as Jackie over at Outtakes currently sits with 54,000 points. Now there's a tie that was formed in 6th. It's between Cindy over at the Whitecap Inn and Oswald over at Friar Tuck's Pub, as they both sit with 57,000 points. Now in 5th place, we have Eduardo playing at Angelina's, currently sitting with 64,000 points. 4th place, we have Rock Rider at the Incline Station Bowling Center. They currently sit with 91,000 points. Now in 3rd place, we got Funk at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, as they sit with 102,000 points. Second place is Brother Nate at the Chart House as they sit with 120,000 points. And in first place, we got Call Me Jen at JR Mac, currently sitting with a whopping 181,000 points so far.
Well, good job to Call Me Jen, as well as the rest of those players killing it in some Skull Bingo. Now on to the locations. They've been having a really good time playing Skull Bingo as well. In ninth place, we actually have a two-way tie between the previously unranked G. Allens and already in ninth place, Angelina's. They both sit with 75,000 points. With 81,000 points in eighth place, we have Eagles Albert Lay. Fifth place is another two-way tie between the Incline Station Bowling Center, who was in seventh place, the already in fifth place American Legion Monticello, as well as the already in fifth place Outtakes. They all sit with 92,000 points. Fourth place was Clive's Roadhouse Burnsville, the first location in the 100,000 point club, with 133,000 points. With 154,000 points in third place, we have the Chart House. And then we move on, a big 50,000 point jump up as we get into the 200,000 point club, as second place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 202,000 points. And with 220,000 points leading the charge in these Skull Bingo standings, we have JR Mac.
Nicely done to JR Mac, as well as the entirety of those top 10 standings. And one more shout out to all the players and Call Me Jen, able to dominate and get those locations into their standings. Make sure you guys are coming out each and every day to try your hand at those great games. But during that 4 to 6 time.
Speaking of great games, though, we just finished up a game of Top Dog.
That's right.
And we actually need to talk about our top 10 winners from that awesome game, or should I say the top dogs from that game.
Absolutely. So kickstarting it off in ninth place, we had JJT0009, and they were playing over at the Bayside Bar and Grill. Got to take home $34. Coming in eighth place in a little top dog action, it was Bubbles playing at DeVos Sand Bar. They got to take home $34. Getting to take home $34. In seventh place, we had CC over at Carboni's Pizza Bar and Grill, Lakeville. Sixth place was Stumpy77 over at VFW Brooklyn Park, currently got to take home $34. Then getting to take home $34 in fifth place, we had Shauna playing at the Dayton Bar and Grill. Now in fourth place, we had Cal Peace over at Dayton's Bar and Grill, getting to take home $85. While in third place, we had My Son Mason over at the Rocky Bottom, getting to take away $85. In second place, we had H. Cook over at the Wheelhouse, getting to take away $170. While in first place, getting to take away $680, we had Rakisha playing at Neeson's Gaylord. Rakisha has just had an amazing night so far on this Wild Wednesday.
Absolutely, as Rakisha took home first place in that top dog action, took third place in Vikings victory, and I don't think got a spot in easy money.
Fifth place in Pride of Minnesota.
Whew.
First place in our first game of the night, Lucky Sevens, our high-low game as well.
Wow, what a night for Rakisha. We might be seeing Rakisha get into those PGL top 10s.
I hope so.
By the end of the night, should be some great stuff there. But as we are in the final 6 minutes of this game, we're going to start talking about some celebrity birthdays. Some great celebrities we're going to be wishing to our birthday to. First is the celebrities playing Pilot Games right now. If you are playing Pilot Games on your birthday, we shoot you out a bunch of luck. Hopefully you can take home some great prizes while using that luck and have a lot of fun.
I feel a little sad that this year I was not able to be on air for my birthday. Usually I get to at least do one broadcast on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess there is some of those years where you do end up doing a
This was the first year in a while that my birthday did not happen on a weekday.
Yes, and so it has been a while. So that is I do like having your birthday on air is kind of fun because you get to celebrate it with everybody and have a good time.
It was weird.
It definitely is, and you don't get to be like, hey, it's my birthday, everyone wish me happy birthday. Well, moving on to some great birthdays from today.
Absolutely.
We got Tony Trabert. He was born on today in 1930, and he was an American amateur world #1 tennis champion and a longtime tennis author, TV commentator, instructor, and motivational speaker. Trabert was ranked world #1 amateur by many sources in 1953, by Ned Potter and the New York Times in 1954, and by Lance Tingay and Ned Porter in 1955.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there.
Absolutely. He's 90 years. Oh.
Yeah, he was 90 years old when he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Trabert.
Happy birthday. Next up, in 1937, we have Lorraine Gary, the American actress. She was in the first Jaws, the second Jaws, not the third, but in Jaws 4.
Oh, absolutely. A great actress, as she was, a reoccurring character in those movies. And also was in 1941. The Shark is Still Working. Which is a little bit about the Jaws franchise animatronics. She's in
Yeah.
Car Wash,
Yes.
which that's the Richard Pryor movie.
She was also in Just You and Me, Kid. She was in a couple great works, ranging all the way from early 70s to 80s, that she was a really big working actress.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Jaws, the big one, is
Yes.
Jaws is super entertaining, and one of the best of those fun. I'm trying to think of natural occurring horror movies kind of thing, where it's scary, but it's sharks.
Realistic.
It's realistic kind
Yeah.
of thing. I don't know many other movies that have done a take on a horror movie like this.
Yeah, definitely. There's some great stuff. I'm a really big fan of all of the Jaws movies.
Oh, for sure. I guess they're trying to do it with the Megs movie, but I haven't watched any of those, and I've heard that they're not that great.
The first one was okay. It was decent. I can't say anything too bad about it. But the second one that comes out just looks so unrealistic. It looks silly.
Yeah, it does look a bit silly.
Put some respect on the Meg.
Exactly, and Jaws did it right with just
Absolutely.
animatronics. Next up,
And made
though,
him downright terrifying.
born in 1954, we got James Cameron, a Canadian film director and writer, probably the most prolific film director of our generation. He directed The Titanic and Avatar.
Yeah, no, I would have never guessed that this is what James Cameron looked like. I don't know what I thought he looked like, but I had a very different imagined version of James Cameron in my head.
That's so funny. Yeah, he also worked on The Terminator,
Multiple Terminators.
Alien, The Abyss. He's going to be working on all the different Avatar movies.
All of the Alien and Predator. Most of the Alien and Predator. He did some.
He did work on Rambo, First Blood Part 2.
That's right.
That's cool. That's the only Rambo movie, though, that he worked on.
Okay. Very cool. He's done a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, obviously, huge, huge works. He is a Canadian filmmaker, a major figure in the post-New Hollywood era. Cameron is considered one of the industry's most innovative filmmakers, regularly making use of novel technologies.
Very cool stuff. He is 69 years old today.
Yeah, happy birthday, James Cameron. We do just have 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this game right here. Get the rest of those plays in, as not only do getting all those plays in get you the most amount of points as you possibly can, but you also get all your shots at that largemouth jackpot of $340 and that smallmouth of $900.
Absolutely, but make sure you guys get the rest of those plays in. Just about a minute left. We got our first place player with still some plays left. Make sure you guys do not waste any of them. Get them all in as the count starts to finally tick down. But as you guys are working towards the final few seconds in this game, we have our next celebrity birthday, as in 1958, Madonna was born. She is the American singer and actress. She sang Like a Virgin, Material Girls, and she even had a clothing line called Material Girls that was shopped in Macy's for a while. She was just on one of our music on Today in Music History, as she
Yes.
had her clothing line that she launched with her daughter.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff there. Yeah, she's a hit maker, made a lot of big time stuff. Do you have a favorite Madonna song?
Probably. Oh, I don't know. I like her rendition of Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
It is a good rendition of Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah.
I might give that my favorite as well, but just to be different, I'll go with Material Girl.
It's a good one.
You know, it's a classic. I feel like when I think of Madonna, I think of Material Girl. Like
Yes,
that's the song I
absolutely.
think
That
of.
is Madonna.
Hmm.
That's some great stuff. Happy birthday, Madonna. She was a icon for women everywhere during her time. She was known as the Queen of Pop.
Ah, yes, she is definitely a great artist. We do have a winner here in this game, though, of Fishing Derby. We got Siegs over at The Well, taking home that $88 first place prize. Good job to CG in this game of
Fishing Derby.
yeah, we will now be getting enrolled into our first games of Game Day Bingo. We only got 2 more games that me and Jordy are going to be here with you guys live for. You got about 4 minutes to get enrolled into this first game of Game Day Bingo, as you guys will be playing this Game Day Bingo all the way till 10 p.m. Me and Jordy will be only here for 2 more games with you guys, as we do have a minor prize at 56 balls or less, $152. A major prize of $1,000 you can take home in 48 balls or less, and a mega prize of $25,000 you can take home in 47 balls or less.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 4 minutes for this game of Game Day Bingo. As you can see, $157 and growing on that minor prize at 56 balls or less. Not to mention those great major and mega prizes as well. As you can see, that major prize is back to that $1,000, as we were able to give out over $7,000 to a lucky player earlier today. Do you remember that player name?
Yeah, it went out to Squirrel.
Squirrel, that's right. That's some great stuff able to take away. I think it was $7,222 getting in their pocket. That was some great stuff. But we still have that mega as well as that minor able to get into one of your guys' awaiting pockets in the next 3.5 minutes. Make sure you guys do not miss out. Next up on our celebrity birthdays, though, in 1962, we've got none other than Steve Carell. He is the American actor and comedian known for The Office, Despicable Me, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Evan Almighty.
Do you have a favorite of all those Steve Carell works? I feel like you were not much of a Steve Carell guy, but if did you like him in Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah.
He did a good. I thought that was one of his better roles, playing the dad, and least
Absolutely.
awkward roles, playing the
Okay.
dad in that movie.
I love Steve Carell. It was just unfortunately some of his works that I am not a fan of.
You're not a big fan of awkward acting,
Yes.
though, like where it's supposed to like you're supposed
Make you
to laugh at
uncomfortable.
the person being awkward in their situations.
Yeah, I have a very hard time finding that funny.
Yes, I do. I think Anchorman he plays.
He
He's funny in
that's
that
a
one.
comical character, but like Dinner for Schmucks, I have a very hard time laughing at
Did
that.
you like him in Get Smart?
Yes.
Yes, I thought Get Smart was hilarious.
Get Smart is so good on so many levels.
And Anne Hathaway was great
And The
in that as
Rock.
well.
So good.
Yeah, super funny. Right, that was Anne Hathaway in
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, great character in that one.
Mhm.
If you're looking for a little bit more real, as he does have a little bit of versatility that he doesn't show off very often. Beautiful Boy, I've seen, is a very more of a deeper movie that's not nearly as comedic as a lot of his other works.
Absolutely. Another realistic one that he was in. He plays a cop. During a sleepover, the movie is called Sleepover as well. It's got a very big female cast, and they're super young. It's got the girl from Spy Kids in it, as she's the main actress.
Ah.
And it's him as a cop trying to hunt down these girls as they go on this crazy scavenger hunt for their sleepover throughout the town, and they
That-
cause mayhem, and he's just like getting the brunt of it.
And so it's a comedic movie, but he's just not comedic in it.
He's like so serious, but it's comedic.
Oh,
It's
okay,
right.
okay, that's funny. Well, happy birthday, Steve Carell. Moving on from our next celebrity birthday, born in 1991, we got Young Thug, an American rapper and songwriter. Did a few really, really good songs. I definitely enjoyed listening to Young Thug. I feel like I've kind of grown out of my Young Thug age, but at one point, he was one of my favorite artists to listen to. I'll try and think. What album did I really listen to him with? I really liked his Jeffrey album.
I honestly have not.
His Jeffrey album came out in 2016, and
Okay.
it was super controversial as he showed up on the cover wearing a dress.
I remember that. He
Hmm.
looks. This is a piece of art. That
It,
album cover.
it was an awesome album cover
That
for
looks like it
sure.
should be a Vogue shot.
Absolutely, it looked awesome. So it was definitely a really, really cool one.
Absolutely,
And
super
yeah,
super
that was
cool.
probably my most listened to Young Thug. After that, I've kind of dropped off from listening to him nearly as much as I had.
I was gonna say I don't think I've really brought, or I don't think I've really listened to a lot of Young Thug.
Yeah, well, happy birthday. Another great celebrity birthday, born in 1996. We got Caleb Dressel, an American swimmer who's dominated recently. Seven Olympic golds in just two Olympics, was able to win seven of them. 2016 and 2020 was a 13-time world championship gold winner and was the world record holder for the 100-meter butterfly with a 49-second 45 millisecond time in 2020.
That's insane.
Very, very impressive stuff.
Under 50 seconds in a 100-meter butterfly.
That's so fast.
That's crazy. Good job with the world record. That's incredible, and happy birthday. As we are in this round of Game Day Bingo, we have those winners from Fishing Derby we got to talk about. Do you want to take the top tens, or would you like me to?
I would love to take the top
All
tens.
right, I'll give them to you, I guess.
In 10th place, we had B. Drexler over
Hmm.
at Walter Street Inn, taking home $52. Taking home $52 in ninth place, we had Man over at Ray Jason Woodbury. Eighth place was Trisha over at Rascals Bar and Grill, taking home $52. Where's Fred? Seventh place we had DDFGFCBYTC over at Concord Lanes, taking home $52. Amy over at Self's Pub in Farmington is taking home $52. $52 also went out to fifth place. Mad Dog over at Boudreaux's Bar. Fourth place was Roscoe over at the Creek Bar and Grill, taking home $70. Taking home $79. In third place, we had Love and Life over at the Mapleview Lounge. Second place was Walter over at L&M Bar, taking home $79. And taking home $88 in that first place prize, we had CG over at The Well.
Absolutely nicely done to CG and the entirety of those 10 players getting to take home some great cash prizes in that last tournament style game, Fishing Derby. We are one ball away from giving away this prize, and we got Suey's over at American Legion Monticello taking away $47.60. This has been our second to last game here with you guys for a Wild Wednesday. We have one final game of Game Day Bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled. That minor jackpot closing in on $200 at 58 balls or less officially.
Oh, yeah. We do have a bit of Timberwolves news we can talk about, as the Timberwolves in-season tournament schedule has been announced, as this will be the first year we get an in-season tournament. The Wolves will play Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs in their first game in the inaugural NBA in-season tournament. The NBA announced the schedule Tuesday, which features two road games in two home games against a single elimination tournament, accumulating with the championship game December 9th in Las Vegas. The World's debut will be November 10th against San Antonio, November 14th then against the Golden State Warriors, November 24th against the Sacramento Kings, and November 28th against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The five teams with the best standings in the group play and two wild cards in the team from each conference with the best record in group play games that finish second in its group
Those are the
will,
wild cards.
yeah, they will advance to the knockout rounds. Every game in the tournament will count towards the regular season record except for the championship game.
Absolutely. Well, that's some exciting stuff to look forward to with our Timberwolves. So we'll keep you updated with everything going forward as we can't wait to see all the craziness that ensues.
Yeah, I like this whole entire mid-season tournament. Adds a little bit more stakes to the middle of the season because it's 82 games.
It's so long. It needs something to break it up.
Yeah, you need a little bit of extra spice in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're trying to be zesty, so go check that out when we get up to that great tournament that's going to be happening, closing in September. Right, November. But nicely done to our Timberwolves. But as we are getting enrolled in this final round of Game Day Bingo that we are going to be here live with you guys for, don't worry, you guys will get to play the remainder of your night Game Day Bingo. We'll be running all the way until 10 p.m. But you guys have just about 35 seconds to get enrolled in this one that we are going to be here live with you guys for. And as you guys do so, we have a very important highlight we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah, as tomorrow marks 1 week away from the MegaSota State Fair, which is opening up on August 24th. And we're going to be highlighting some of the new food that will be coming to that MegaSota State Fair. Today, we are highlighting the fried green tomato sandwich in 2 varieties, BLT and vegetarian. 2 deep-fried, local-grown green tomato slices in a crust of whole grain milling company, high lysine cornmeal with mustard mayonnaise made with Lost Capital Economics
coarse spicy mustard ale.
Yeah, and local lettuce on a toasted brioche bun from the Good Bread Company. BLT is served with bacon from the Pastures Aplenty and Hidden Stream Farm. Vegetarian option is also served with locally produced charred sweet corn relish. You can find this at the Minnesota Farmers Union Coffee Shop at the north side of Dan Patch Ave between Cooper and Cosgrove Street.
That's some awesome stuff. If you guys want to go check out that fried green tomato, go check it out at that MegaSota State Fair. Coming to you guys August 24th all the way through September 4th. I am so jealous of you guys. I would love to go out and try all the different varieties they have at that MegaSota State Fair.
Oh, yeah. We got some movies that were released on today, and maybe one that Jordy needs to watch. As in 1989, we got Uncle Buck. In 2019, we had 2 other movies get released, Good Boys, as well as 47 Meters Down, Uncaged.
That's right. I have not seen any of these 3 movies.
I feel like Uncle Buck is the one that you need to watch.
Yes, I've seen the first 47 meters down. Oh wait, no, I have seen the Uncaged.
Okay, so good. Then you have seen at least one
on
movie.
the list today.
Yeah, and then Good Boys is one that I think I just threw on there as I saw a bunch of ads for it, but I never ended up watching it.
Is that like the group of 10-year-olds that act really raunchy?
Yes, it exactly is that.
I have not seen that.
I haven't seen it either. But everyone likes a good bad grandpa scenario.
Yeah.
But Uncle Buck, that's stars John Candy,
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
The kid from Home Alone.
Yeah, thank you. As well as a lot of other big-time actors and actresses in it. We got a winner here.
That's right. Babs at the Saxton Hall is getting to take away $56. Nicely done on that must-go prize. That just means that minor jackpot is going to be continuing to grow into your unhosted games. Make sure you guys stick around. And before we let you guys loose for your night, we have a very important player we need to talk about.
Absolutely. Bingo Queen over at American Legion of Watana took home an amazing prize of $66,000.
Yes, let's be clear about that.
Yeah, $66,000. And over at American Legion of Watana, they support the American Legion Post 77. Their mission is to promote peace and goodwill on Earth, to safeguard and transmit the prosperity and principles of justice, freedom, and democracy, to consecrate and sanctify our camaraderie by our devotion to mutual helpfulness.
That's some great stuff. An even better jackpot they got to take home and a great charity they supported while playing. Thank you guys for coming out for this great Wild Wednesday. Stick around for the Game Day Bingo, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Good. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Good. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Good. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Good. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Good. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters. Good. Come on, let's get these lobsters out of the water and into a pot, huh? You get 4 choices. Pick a buoy. Geez almighty, this one is loaded with lobsters. My mouth is watering already. Get off of there. How are you gonna eat all that? That was great fun. You should be thrilled with all them lobsters.